And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. Oh, got my speakers on. And a one fish, two fish. Oh, got my speakers on. And a one fish, two fish. Oh, got my speakers on. And a one fish, two fish. Oh, all right. Got my speakers on. And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a one fish, two fish. I should have muted the mic for that. All right, Twitch is sounding fine. Muted the mic for that. Let's just take a quick peek into the YouTube over here. Peek into the YouTube over here. All right, we are good. Peek into the happy National Junk Food Day. Which for me is basically every day. Apparently it gets its own special day to commemorate not being healthy. Otherwise, what are we doing tonight? I'm going to do a makeup overlay for one more clown for the Psycho Clown outfit. I'm going to do a cute version. I decided I needed that to go with one of the clean versions. Additionally, then we're going to work on clothes in Marvelous Designer. So first things first, let's do I was doing a little research earlier. Let's do cute clown makeup. I kind of have an idea of what I saw. So I may not even... What is that? That is cute clown makeup? That just looks like... There's what I'm looking for. Images. Okay, so the outfit... Hey, Willie, how are you doing? 3 consecutive streams. Yay. Okay, so the clown outfit this is mostly going to match with will be white and red. So what I was thinking of is maybe I saw something with like red lips with black outlines. I kind of liked that. That kind of goes to the theme. Maybe red shadow, and then we can do black with little heart tips. And maybe I kind of like the little blush here. Oh, you know what? We'll do black outline. We'll do little red. Oh, and I'm going to put a little heart on the nose. We have a nose prop that generally will cover that up, but if you don't use the nose prop, you can have this little heart on the nose. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start with, and actually, let me see. See, I kind of like that, except maybe I saw something kind of like that, but with like red. With like red in here, and then gets kind of pointy stuff. Am I going to paint in an eyebrow? You know what? I'll paint in an eyebrow. I think I'm going to put black on the, and maybe we could put a little, and we'll put the little red dots on the ends of our little pointy things. And I have to do this for Genesis 8 and Genesis 9. So let's see if I can knock this out really quick. Now that I kind of have an idea what I'm doing with this. Oh, Charles won't be here tonight, so I have to shout out Willie. There we go. So let's get Substance open here. Substance painters, there we go. We're going to do these as LIE makeup overlays that can be added. It's kind of like a bonus that goes with the rest of the Psycho Clown outfit. I did post one picture of how it's looking in the gallery. If I can find my gallery. Are you my gallery? You look like my gallery. So far, we're looking kind of like this. I'm going to re-render this because I changed the shade of the blood to be a little bit darker. You know what? It looked dark there. It looks brighter when I actually look at the texture maps. Also, I think the Genesis 9 version, the blood's a little darker or a little lighter than it is on the 8 version. So I think I'm going to darken that up too. And then resave that. That's just a little brighter than I want. That came out the right color. Why did you come out the right color? But you looked so bright when I was looking at you earlier. It's a mystery. Anyhow, it's even darker now, which means I got to re-render that, which means we got to get, there we go. Let's do file, open. We'll do the G8 makeup, see if I can knock these out really fast. So I don't have to resave. There's the bloody G8 makeup. Psycho. I need a copy of the white over, because I'm just going to reuse that again. So I have like blotchy white makeup so you can see parts of the flesh coming through. So you know what? I'm going to duplicate the goth. We'll move the goth up here because I just want to steal that for the base. And what I need to see, you know what? I need you back in here. That's the underlying base. So you're right there. So I actually didn't even need to duplicate this. You know what? We'll just delete all of these. Actually, I'm going to drop in a new. We'll get rid of all of these. I'm just going to draw in. Let's use the pen tool. Maybe not. Let's look that. I'm going to draw in the eyebrows. Actually, let's do the red around here. It's a brighter red on the not dirty version, so we'll go with a bright red to start with. We'll just do you, and we'll just do a basic soft. We'll just make you big. I'm going to turn the flow down so we can kind of build up our color. And if you know me, you know I don't like, so we'll do a little bit shading down here, and we're going to set up the mirroring. And you know what? I'll make that a little bit smaller. We can zoom in. I'm going to switch you over to like that. And I'm going to make this harder, and we'll put it on the lips as well. And maybe I'll put that in a bright pink, actually. Yeah, we'll sharpen that up. I should actually do that as a pen fill. It's easier to do that. Let's do that. I'm moving on to the next part. We may come back to this layer. We'll do you. We'll do a fill path. We're going to set that to be red. And I can't draw over here, but I'll come back and we'll just fill this in with this red later. And we'll do that. And then I'm just going to come around the lips like so. We'll put a little hard point on the ends there. We'll bring you back. I'll put that little bow there in the bottom. Actually, nah, you know what? I'm going to sharpen that up and fill that in a bit. Okay, so now we have this stuff over here. We got to kind of clean up a little bit. So you know what? Let's drag you past the point of no return. Let's flip over to this. And am I using the same red, or is that different? I'm going to make sure I got that red copied. Let's pop back over here. Where did my pen? I can't see my pen because the window's too small. There it is. That's annoying to no end. What I want to do is I want to copy that value there. So when I switch over to here, I can make sure we're using the same thing. It's good. And in here, I'm just going to fill that in. I'm going to set that to UV. If I can find it, there it is. You know what? We'll put the flow all the way back up. All right, so that's going to be the lips. That's the eyes. I think I'm going to go with a little bit pinkier over in here. I probably should separate that onto a different layer. It's too late. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Um, I like my pinks to lean a little like that towards the blue. I don't know. Do I want pink? I'm not sure I want it there. I think I'm going to come back for that. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and erase that. Should be good. All right, let's work. I'm going to use the pen tool for setting up the black. Do black outline on the lips. And then I think do we have like a heart stencil? If not, we're going to make one. I'm not seeing anything show up for a heart. So I just want a little heart. I'm going to steal that. I'll probably, I have an account with the Noun Project, which basically is icons. So I can probably get the right. What happened over here? Damn it. No. See, I got the pink. Oh, you know what? I think you're still on the clipboard. Yay. Oh, I have to make sure to put the mirroring back on when we go back into the next one. Look, say, make another layer. This we're going to make, black, but not actually black. I'm going to draw in where I want the eyebrow. I'm not going to do, I'm going to do that with a regular, I think I'm going to do that with a regular paint along path. Let's take a look at, so her eyebrow starts there, kind of, and then swoops down, not to go really past there. So you're going to come along like this. Can I make you, I can probably just lose that alpha. No, I need there we go. We'll go with a basic hard. Um, this is too thick, so we'll make that a little thinner. I'm going to set you to UVs. You're not exactly as smooth as I would like. You know what? I can probably smooth it out. We take that down. Lower the size a little bit. Maybe it would work better on the tangent. It's a little smoother that way. I'm going to get rid of you. Let's bring you down a little bit more. Let's smooth you through here. I think like that. All right, a little bit thicker. Maybe like that. Can I switch you to a... Maybe... Let me see what we have in the hair category here. Okay, that's 2. So artistic Harry, that might actually work. Yeah, I think we're going to sharpen this up a little bit. We can adjust this. Well, there's a setting in here somewhere I can adjust. Is that it? That's it. Makes it small. Let's get small. Let's make that one a little bit smaller too. So we can kind of pull it to a point like that. And I think I'm going to go with that. Now we'll do another layer, and we're going to do hard pointy things. I'm going to just put a little hard point thing here, and a little hard point thing here. You know, I can put the, actually, you know what, we'll bring it down to here. Then we can put the pink underneath a little red heart. So I'm going to take that there, and I don't want this brush anymore. We'll just go back to this. We'll change the size later. And then here, and then I'm going to come to a point about here, and then we're going to finish it off like that. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna switch this to a fill. Uh, there we go. That's better. Not white though. There we go. Nope. Did I not? I guess I had that when I was doing it. Bring you around like so. Dang it. You get cut through here. You're gonna come through like so, and you're gonna come here. And I thought I was grabbing a point, but I apparently wasn't. All right, that needs to be made sharp. God damn it. I keep clicking on the wrong frickin'. I'm gonna make this sharper. Kind of like that. I know, maybe we move you. And now I can't grab that point because it's like right on a. There we go. And you know what? I'm going to pull these up in. And then we're going to do another series up here. You know what? I don't really need a point like that. So I can put 1, 2, and put a third one there. Let's see if I can I just grab all of you at once and then do this and this? Hey, that worked. My only problem is I can't actually select these handles now. God damn it. For some reason, it thinks when you're clicking near a line, you don't actually want to get a control handle. There we go. I got it. I got it. It was close, but I got it anyhow. And that one's a little bit off, so we can grab it. Yay. I'm thinking if you put your, by default, if you put your cursor over one of these little ends here, that probably should be the thing you select instead of the blue line. But that's just me. I think crazy shit all the time. Okay, now let's do a little outline on the lips. So this I'm going to switch over to stroke along path. And we'll just put some points in here. Okay, we're going to fix that. Where's the thing that says size? There it is. Kind of like so. Yay, ET, how are you doing today? We're making a LIE overlay. This is the not killer clown look. I'm doing well, thanks. And then I got to do this for the other one. So I have to do 2 versions of this. And now I'm on the frickin' line and I can't grab the little handle. Okay, now I can grab the handle. I can put you back. I get the feeling there's another. You know what? Can I just get rid of you? That's probably going to work. There, I got that. I got it. I got it. That handles to that one. So I can kind of do that. This is kind of a clean version. I have a Psycho Killer Clown version. But actually I also this is for the Psycho Clown outfit, but there are clean textures for it. So I kind of want non-psycho um, makeup overlays. Okay, I think that's gonna work. I'm gonna add little hearts and then let's put a little blush in here. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of blush right down in here on this layer. We'll switch back over to this and a soft brush. And I'm just gonna do that in light pink. I'm going to change the flow so we can kind of build it up a little bit so it's not too dark. So I'm going to run that way back and then I'm just going to kind of like that. I think that's good. All right, let's break out the red hearts. Let me go log into the Noun project. I haven't been there in a couple of weeks. Nope, that's not it. And like everything in life, I probably have to log in or something stupid again. Am I human? Maybe. All right, we're logged into the noun project. Why is the I want to check this. I gotta check this. Why I have unlimited icons. Upgrade to okay. I'm fine. That's all I wanted. That's what I'm paying you for. It wants me to sign up for stock photos and things. That's why it was whining at me. We'll say heart. We'll do this. Maybe that one. I kind of like so many different ways you can do a heart. What I really want is I want it kind of curve back to a little sharper point, but I'm not sure I'm going to find something like that. That's what I want right there. There we go. I'm going to download that as a PNG. You know what? I think we're going to make a mask out of that. I probably ought to flip it good. Where's my downloads? I'm going to cut that. I'm going to drag you over our project folder, which is right there under projects. And we're hiding in the burlesque folder. And we are the Psycho Clown. And I'm just going to put it right here in the whip folder. And okay, we're going to open this in Photoshop, flatten it out, make sure I want a white heart on a black background, and we're going to use that as like an alpha for our brush to stamp hearts. So I'll just do that with Photoshop real quick here. Open MIT Photoshop. That reminds me, I got to make an ET command, don't I? I'm not sure what it should say. I think right now, if I'm going to try to find the sound ET phone home, and well, that'll be all it does for the time being, unless you've got links you want to give me, and then I can add links to the command. So let's flatten you. No, let's do this first, and then see if I can just flatten image. Yay! Control I. Save. Should be good. That was pretty bold. Looks good. All right. I think I can drag and drop this into Substance. So that goes over the screen too. I don't know. I can't see. I swear, every time I move something, it hides shit. And now I can't see the thing that says paths here anymore. We'll do a basic card. I think I'm going to do this in. Do I want to put. I think I'm going to do them in black, and then we're going to do a slightly smaller version in red. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm going to put little ones here and here. You know, no, I'm just going to do reds. Yeah, let's just do reds. So let's put that over there, and I want to red it somewhere in right about there. I was paying attention. I'm going to put the heart in here for the alpha. What are you? Your textures, your alphas. Okay, let's do it over here. I'll just I'm going to put a COX on the front of this. And then I think I can just drag and drop. heart and you're just going to be an alpha. See, it has a heart, but I like this better. So I'm going to pop that right there. So I should be able to just boop that in. Do I want to flip that? I might flip it, because what I might do is, make you a little bit smaller. I'm going to rotate you just a little bit and have you just come off the tip like that. So for this one here, I'm going to have it just come off the tip upside down. Does that mean someone in distress? And then likewise, we're just going to do an even smaller. Missed. No, actually, I was in the right spot. Is that overdoing it? No, I'm gonna stick with that. All right. Do I have an option for actually, if we say 0, let's turn the, actually, let's leave that on. I'm just gonna put a little one. So the set does have a nose that should sit on top of this. But if you're not using the nose, and you know what I'm going to do? You know what? I don't like that one. I'm going to erase that and move it over a little bit. Let's set you to 90. I think 90. Is that right? Nope, wrong way. That's probably fine. All right, I'm going to add a little touch of flare now. Can I just switch you back to the generic? I can't. Okay. And I'm just going to put a little touch of white in these. We'll turn off the, actually, I'm going to do these, and then I'm going to turn off the mirroring, because I'll just put a little touch of white over here. Actually, not a touch of white. Let's maybe do just a touch of light. Like that. And I'll make it really small. And you can kind of put it in there and there. And right there. Okay, now we'll turn the mirroring off, and that should be good for this. And then I have to do all of this for the Genesis 9. Hopefully it goes quicker, since I've kind of designed it now. Oh, nuts. You know what I forgot to do? I'll figure it out later. Okay. I didn't set up the opacities right on this. I didn't set up any opacities, and I really want opacity on this. I'll sort that out later. I'm turning the symmetry off, so I can just put a little spot right there. All right, that's probably going to be good. We'll save that. We're going to call you Cute Clown. Although cute probably shouldn't have so much black. All right, let's save. Let's export this. Actually, hit save. Control Shift E. I'm just going to send out the base color and export that. And we're going to pop over, actually open up the output directory. Psycho Clown Makeup G8 Female Base Color. Cute. Okay. I'm going to set that off to the side. Or I can just close you and open you up later. All right, you are saved. Actually, I should open that up. I never can tell what I'm doing. I want to use this as a reference. That's what it comes down to. So I can kind of remember what I was doing before. So red, pink blush, red hearts, pointy red lips, outline. So I'm going to leave that open. So if I have to, because I don't have an easy way to transfer 8 to 9. So I basically just have to repaint it with 9. So file, open, and it's probably the one that just says makeup. There we go. Close up the killer. Close up the goth. Somewhere in here, I've got that. You know what? I'm going to dupe you. And then we're going to just move you up here in the stack. Hide you. And we're going to get rid of the parts we don't need. Okay, so that I keep. Okay. So these others, I can get rid of you. Just lose these. And then we'll drop this and we'll start with the red around the eyes and the lips. Well, the lips is a pen fill. Let's see. I'm kind of paying attention to this because I have an idea. It was like D40000, something like that. Somewhere around in there. That's pretty close. I'm going to make you large. We'll just dial back the flow on that. So we can kind of just build it out. So I want to just put it in here. It's probably good. All right, let's switch over to you. And we'll do the fill. And I got to set that right there. I could hit it that time. I don't know why I couldn't hit it before. All right, let's put our mirroring back on. Start there, come to here, come here, come out to here. Make that a sharp point with handles. And we're going to just bring it back around. I'll make that a sharp point. I'll make that a sharp point. Did I not make? No, you're a sharp point. There you go. And you are a sharp point. And then we'll touch this up. Back into here. Okay, at this point I can just put the flow back to 100. I wonder if there's a way for me to just do that really quick. All right, that works for that. I think I want to pull the lips down a little bit further. And I can't see my pen tool. There should be a little pen, but because my Windows 2 is not obnoxiously large enough, it punishes me. All right, we're going to put you there and bring you down in here, and that works a little bit better. Let's tweak these a little bit. I just can't. It just won't let me grab that handle and do this. So I had to move that out of the way, and now I can put that back. And how do you look? You look fine. I could actually duplicate you, I think, and make you black, right? Uh, yeah, let's copy that, add this. I should have done this before. I'm learning things. You're in the process of setting up your socials for your dad's projects. Okay. Yeah, when you hit me up with links, I will eventually get a command. And then the 3 people who come to my stream will know about you. Well, the 3 people not named ET. Um, can't wait. All right. Can I break you? Can I switch you to? Oh, I didn't paste. There we go. Can I break you? Can I cut you? Can I? I think I can do it here. I think I can do it. There we go. Excellent. And right now we're using a fill, so we'll switch it over to a path. And we'll go with a hard. We'll just go with a not quite black. And then like we did on the other one, we'll just make it, we'll just adjust the size until it's a nice thin line like that. It's good. Now we'll put the little pointy things in here. So now I know what I'm doing. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and bring that around. And then we'll select you, you, and you. And I can't see any of the stuff I need. Okay, we'll do that and that. So you're going to come through here. You're going to bring it through here. There it is. Got it. Oh, I'm going to draw an eyebrow in first. And we switch that over to a fill. Okay, escape that. Here, let's find that hairbrush again. Artistic Harry. And I think I'm going to start here. And I'll just kind of bring it around through here. And for that, I want one of these and increase the size. Oh, you're white. Now you're white and hairy. Oh, you know what I'm going to do this time? I'm going to remember to use opacity. Which I didn't remember last time. I'm still getting it wrong. That's okay. I can fix it later. My dad has tools. All right, let's tweak the sizes of these. So that one gets all the way down. And this one will just kind of, so it can kind of pull our eyebrow to the end like so. I think that's going to be fine. So then I'm going to, nope, I'm too close. Damn it. Okay, we're going to switch that over to the fill and make sure that's a kind of a blackish color. Then we're going to take E3 add points and add control handles. And so you're going to come through here. You come almost all the way down to there. Yay, got it. Maybe I just need to click close and not actually on it to grab it. Is that good? Yeah, I'm going to pull this down a little further. And then we can put our peach, our pink, our magenta spot, or our pink spot in there. Oh no, you didn't mirror. Oh, boo-hoo. I'm going to erase that and then repaint it in. I'm on the wrong layer. All right, let's try this again. All right, I'm dialing back the flow. And I'm going to make sure you are the red I want. Okay. All right, that's kind of, I think that'll work. And now we'll, yeah, and I think I'm up to just stamping in the hearts now. Oh yeah, and putting in the pinky layer. All right, now I'll put in a, yeah, that's going to be the heart stamp layer. And actually, before I do that, let's switch over to the basic card. And now I'll find that heart, which is over here in the alpha somewhere. Not card heart. Oh, you know what? That didn't come into, that's in a different project. So I have to add this to here. And you're going to be an alpha. Okie dokie. And then we're going to switch you back to red. Right about there is probably as good as I'm going to get. I'm going to take that and put it into the alpha channel. Looks like we're ready. Looks like we're sized nicely for the nose, so we'll do that first. And then I'll make it smaller. And I can actually, you know, I'm just going to, and now I'm stuck. Nope, I want you to rotate it a little bit further. Too far. Okay, I like that. We'll rotate this back. Put it right on the end here. Then we're going to stick one on the end, on the mouth. I can't see which way I'm going. Kind of like that. Maybe right there. Maybe a little, just a pinch. Hey, and I think that works for Genesis 9. So now we can pop into Marvel's Designer and make a shirt. possibly start some pants. So we do have an outfit we started. Oh, I undid that. Control Y. All right, let's hit save. Let's change you to say cute clown. And let's export out that. I saved to, I don't think I need to. Some reason, oh, you know what? And I'm saving with that pink color. We don't want to save with the pink color. That's better. Okay, so you can go away. And I think I just need to call you cute G9 or something. Let me see if I can find my folder and remember what the others are named. There we go. Whatever. Oh yeah, and I want to resave that with a darker red. Oh, you know what? The G9s it doesn't say, so I'm just going to call you cute. You're so cute. Okay, I'm going to re-export the base color map for the killer clown. So bring that back up. All I want to do is I want my red to be darker. So we just need to figure out which of you guys are reds. So that's a red. So I'm going to put a hue and saturation filter on that. And just make an adjustment there. You know, I'm going to take that. And then we'll just dial it kind of like that. Okay, probably good. Now I just got to do the little red on the nose. What happened to the bloody eyes? I feel like I'm missing something. Well, there's the nose. Let's knock that out. Did I lose my bloody eyes? Holy farfignugan. Add a filter. We'll do the same thing. Hmm. I'm not sure what you're supposed to be. I have a sneaking suspicion what you're supposed to be. No, you're not. Okay, there's that. Did I somehow close this without saying the... I can redo it, but I mean... Nuts. That's... Alright. Let's do a brush. Let's do we'll do an oil leak. Oil leaks. That's what I was using before. It kind of comes in here and it kind of runs down the face. That didn't seem to do anything. Why you no do anything? All right, I'm confused. Is it not? Do I not? Do I have something like color switched off? I could have sworn I saw color. Yeah, I do see colors right there. Is that what my problem is? Hold up. I'm going to hit save and we're going to reopen this. I have a sneaking suspicion weird memory issues are afoot. So I should be done now, but Substance Painters decided to give me issues. At least I think it's giving me issues. All right, now it's working. Okay. That did. I might be able to live with that. I'm going to undo this. I'm going to see if I maybe kick this up a little bit larger. And I don't need you anymore. Spread speed. There it is, size. I think that might be good enough. You know, if I come and do this again, what do we get? I think I've gone a little too overboard. I kind of like that. He said not leaving a good thing alone. I think that's actually there. I'm going to live with that. So we'll switch you back to white. Oh, now I'm starting to see the red coming back. Where are you? Where are you hiding? Oh, you're in there. I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to go with that. Actually, if I bring you back, why did I not see you earlier? Why are you suddenly? It's you were just getting blended out. Is that what it was? Let me just color shift that. That's what I was looking for. Seriously, when I had that, it's been on the whole time. Ugh. I swear to God, this program. All right, let's put a filter on here and just export that. That's what I wanted to do originally. Um, all right, crank that, bring that down. I think that's the color I want right there. I'm just going to do the base color, export that. You are, I think, you're just going to be Psycho Clown base color. That right there. I don't need you. So I think these are all good. I'm going to cut these. I'm going to live with these for now. I may change my mind later tonight. Clown makeup, Control V. Do I want to replace? Yes, please. All right, should be good. Oakley dokley. I'm done playing with clown makeup. Alrighty, let's play with Marvel's designer a little bit. So on Monday we did a jeans skirt and a jeans vest. Today I'm going to do another type of kind of a stand-up collar top, and maybe I have an idea for some pants to go with it. I saw a picture of it and then I couldn't find it again. Don't you just hate it when that happens? Anyhow, I kind of have an idea of what I was going to do. All right. So we're working on that. And let me see if I can find a picture of the top. So I want to do a top that kind of looks like that. I'm not entirely sure that that's real. I say that because I'm not seeing seams in the sleeves. Makes me think that there's something amiss. It also kind of makes me want to make this without seams in it. But this is the general idea. Um, I'm going to pretend there's some sort of magnet. So there's some sort of way that holds it together. Magnets or hooks. And we got a little stand collar. So it's a fairly simple top. I just like the way that looks. And then I want to put it on pants without a belt. It's going to come over and it's going to have a button in here. And then I think there'll be a zipper over in here. And that's what I was thinking. Maybe I just put a big, I kind of liked that overlap with the button. It looked cool, which means we'll then put a zipper over on this side. And this is women's pants. I'm going to get the zipper on the right side today, put it instead of putting on the men's side, like I have a tendency to do with jeans. Of course, since this is AI, it might have just gotten it wrong anyhow. I was looking at a shirt just earlier today that I'm going, that is just a piece of shit AI over on the Walmart site. The buttons were all janky AF. It's they do that so they can do the extra colors and things, but still, you don't have to pay models, so you can just do an AI shirt instead. You think artists are in trouble? Where do we do it? We're going to get an avatar in here. Like I know what I normally do. We'll start with and I think I'm going to just block out the shirt. I don't think does this have a picture of the back? It does. There's nothing fancy on the back. There's no yokes or anything. It doesn't even show seams on the sides. So I'm going to see if I can. It doesn't even show seams in the sleeves. That's the thing that really gets me. I'm going to try this without seams in the sleeves. I don't know. I'm probably gonna regret this. I'm just gonna do a polygon tool. So we're gonna have a collar, and we're gonna come down, and I'm just gonna come here to here, and we're just gonna make this wider. I'm gonna make this come way down here, and then we'll just bring you back. And I'm gonna pull this stuff out. And I might need to just move you. Yeah, let's just move you. Bring you out a little bit further. That's totally not out far enough though. I'm already regarding this. I'll just do that. Oh, I flipped the wrong one. Whoops. Let's turn our gravity off. All right, let's dupe you. And we'll just sew it together. We're going to plan to put a connector in the middle here. So, but we'll do this and we'll get it all fitted in. Okay, so that's much too tight. So we need to just pull. I'm going to make normal sleeves. Screw this. I'm not liking this. I'm just going to trash it. And we'll just restart. All right, I'm just going to start kind of like how I would normally make a shirt, kind of like this. So that's probably going to be too big. There's going to be an armhole over here. I think I need to take you up. And I think you're probably, I'll adjust that later. Put you over here. Adjust this back. I think I'm still not happy with this. Bring you around till that's closer to 90. I'm going to drag this in. We're looking at that top number, getting that in a little bit better to 90. We'll put a little bit, this is going to be a little higher. It's a fairly high collar. And then we'll put a little curve in there. I'll go with that for now. Okay, now I'll try to flip the normal. I'm going to just get rid of that for just a short bit while we move you. Okay, so those. Let's make our linked copies. Let's just put a Control D, that's better. Okay, that's not bad. I'm not going to fit the chest. Although I'm probably, looks like it can take out a bunch on the side here, which is, and maybe a little bit on the shoulders. So let's start, and we're going to count this. So we're going to kind of do the same in the front and the back. A 1, and a 2, and a 1, and a 2. And I'm going to bring these two up a little. I'm liking that. I'm going to fix that. I think it looks, no, are you okay? You're okay. If I stick you two together, you'll probably, actually, no, you're two separate pieces. So I might just pull, but if I pull you a little, I want that to be a little rounder right there. And do I want to come in closer to the neck? Maybe just a hair. Okay, let's work on the armholes. I think they can be, that can be a little shallower, and I think that could be a little deeper. And do I want to get that up on the shoulder farther? I think maybe we'll do that. And then let me see. I'm going to put the strain map on, and when we start getting strain in the chest, we'll back off. I'm going to tweak the shape around the collar. So maybe I think that's okay. Down a hair. Part of me is thinking I'm going to angle this in a little. And then let's get a little bit more room in here. I'm liking that. I think I'm going to pull these out this way a little. It's telling me to dart. I don't think I'm going to dart. I'm trying to avoid darting on this. I want to try a little simpler pattern. Maybe if I pull. There we go. Now I'm getting tight in here. All right, I'm going to turn. Going to bring that down just a little bit. That's probably okay. Let me see if we can tweak that a little. I'm just going to have to stick something in it to pull that back. Am I up too high in the back? I could be a little bit lower there, I suppose. I could probably stand to do that. And then adjust you. I think that'll be fine. All right, let me put some sleeves on this. So I'm just going to make a generic sleeve shape, and we're just going to make sure that we fit that 4372. Let's start. I don't know. Let me try 300 by 350. Say okay to that. I'm going to make this shorter probably. Let's put a split in here. Let's put a uniform split in here. We're going to kind of make that bell shape with the sleeve here. Get that out like so. I'm going to put a split in here. I'm paying attention to what I'm typing. Let's say 50. Put another one over here. Also 50. That didn't go. That was a change length. That's a split. Nudge those like so. Convert all of this stuff to curves. I'm pretty close. I want to flatten this and widen it. And I think actually if I pull these out a little bit, that might actually get me close to the 437. I'm pretty close. And then once I have that nice shape there, I can pop in here and remeasure these. 4372. Then we'll just come over here, change length. We'll say both on that so it changes it both directions. And we'll type our 43, that's 7, 437.2. Honestly, what I had was probably closer than what I would ever make a real pattern. Not that I actually make real patterns. I could. Who knows? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, let's get you sewn on. I'm probably going to make that shorter still. And then you're the front, you're the back, you're the front, you're the back. Okay, so we're going to do it like this. And then that should line up with this. And then I'm going to adjust the length because I want the sleeve actually up in here. Wow, I really want that a lot shorter than what we got, don't I? I still want it shorter than that. All right, let's see if this works. If I can sew these together. All right, how's that looking? You know what? I could stand to make this longer. So we're just going to abuse a little bit here, just stretch some things around. Take a measurement, 463. See, I went too far. 438. You know what? That's darn freaking close to. Okay, now I have too much up in here. I need just to. Let's try that. I'm going to end up where I was. 447, but I'm going to flatten these out a little. Yeah, I like that. You don't look like you're going down the center line. And are you straight? You do look. I guess you're straight. I don't know. Let me just double check. It's not looking quite straight. Probably looks the same. So here, let's do a. Let's offset an internal line at 10. And then we'll offset pattern outline. I'm going to do an extend. We're going to do that for 10. And what I'm going to do is we're going to cut and sew these, and then we're going to do an attachment to hold these together with this on top and that underneath. So let's do that. Gonna just do a cut and sew there. I'm touching this spot. Let's do 2 by 200 to start with. And I didn't want you all the way up there. I wanted you to come down. Let's see, where's that spot? Right there. You know what? I'm pretty close. So what I want to do is I want to drag this all the way down to here. This is going to be an interior holding. And I just grabbed 1 point, even though I have both selected. Probably good enough. I'm going to make a copy of that. Come on. Let me make a copy of you right there. I need a little bit of room here so I can work. And then I'm going to sew these. This is a little finicky. And then I do the other. I'm hoping I'm getting the right parts. Alrighty. I'm going to move this. Actually, we're going to move these 2 in. So I'm setting stuff up before I let it sew. If I can avoid doing layers, I may be able to avoid doing layers if I do this. Come on. It's freezing. I should actually save you files. Save as project. You know what? I'm just going to stick you up here. Stand collar shirt. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this yet. This isn't going to be a CC Basics though. I'm going to come up with something else for this. What are we at? 8:34. All right, let's twist you a little bit. Good. Let's move these in closer. So you're going to line up in there. So I'm going to move you out so you're outside everything like that. And then ideally when they all go together, these will be on the inside. I might even go as far as to try to put a fold angle in here to help them stand straight. That didn't sew right. You know what? Because I probably still have this sewing line in the middle, don't I? Yeah. Or maybe not. Did I get rid of you? Yeah, no, you're still there. There's my problem. So let's undo that. And we'll get rid of that. That's what screwed me up. That's better. That's what we wanted it to do. Okay, I am going to add fold angles in here to keep it, to kind of straighten that up. So it's a little tweaky to do. It's either 90 or 270 is what these are, and I never could tell what's the difference. So we're going to start by selecting that. Come over here, our fold angle. I'll set that to 100. And we'll start with 90. And that's going the wrong way, so we'll say 270 on that. There you go. You see how it's starting to flatten out. So that was this one here. So this one right here. Let's say 100. And I don't know. Are you 90? Nope, you're going the wrong way as well. So 270 on that. Perfect. Now we'll just set the full angles on the other side. Yo, DJ Ray, how you doing, man? What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. Okay, you. 100. Are you a 90? I think you look like a 90. You smell like a 90. You are a 90. Yay. What about you? Are you also a 90? You're also a 90. There we go. I'm doing well enough, I guess. I'm making a stand-up collar shirt based on a picture I saw on a website. All right, let's Control D that. And now we can start thinking about the collar. I think I'm going to lower these. It would be nice if it's down here now that I think about it. So let's tweak those. One, two, three, four. And I probably have to change some of the sewing in here now. You have a collared shirt on tonight? Ooh, fancy. Okay, that's going to adjust to there. That can come to here. That goes there. That's going to go there. I like that. I'm going to put gravity on so we can see a little bit better how it's looking. Right now, the floatiness is working against me. I like that. I think that's... Maybe I'm showing too much cleavage. But that's the way we like it. Because I'm a creepy old dude. All right, we're going to measure... I'm going to start off with a straight and see how well that works out. I'm going to measure this, this, and this and this. That's 189.9. 189.9. And I'm going to start with 35 and we'll make it shorter from there. You know what I don't need? I don't need those points there, do I? We'll do a little bit of cleanup. And if I got an extra point there, I probably have an extra point here. And let's see how this goes. I'm just going to sew this in. And then I'm going to think about shaping it. Oh, you got your emotes fixed. And there was much rejoicing. Yay. Good going, Ray. All right. You know what? I think that's going to work. I'm just going to flip that over and sew it in the back. I may want to end up curving that. And you're stalling again. Don't stall. But let's see how this goes. Can I just fold you? Unfold symmetrical editing. You know what? That kind of works. you pushed all the buttons until it worked. Hey man, I think that'll be fine. You know what? I'm gonna put it back up just a hair. I think I'm okay. Actually, I think this is good. I'm gonna add a few trim lines, and then we'll start blocking out the pants. Actually, I'm gonna start blocking out the pants. So the shirt's in good shape. We have to finish it up, but that's more or less what it's gonna look like. Maybe make this. So this is what I was kind of making. So I might make the sleeve a little shorter still, but we're pretty much now. I'm going to work on some pants. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to deactivate pattern and sewing on that and hide that. And then I'm going to start sketching out where I want my pants. So I'm going to, let's put in a waistband first. Doing a waistband is always a good idea, I think. I did the measurement thing. Circumference measurement. Let's do that. So I'm going to need about half of whatever that is. 877. Actually, maybe a little higher. 835. Actually, what if I do this? 835 and 885. I'm doing a little pin on avatar now. 3D pen avatar will do that. This will give me a shape. I'm going to make a, you know what? I'm going to make that about 35. Then we'll bring you around. Stop that. God damn it. Damn it, I accidentally clicked on something I didn't want to click on. Arg! And I can't undo or it just undoes all my work. Because it's brutal that way. So I got my shape. We can work with this. So here we'll start with you. We'll just use the polygon tool. I'm just gonna kind of nope, that's not what I want. You know, let's do it this way. Let me transparent this. going to convert these to curve points. That's pretty close. I like that. And I'm going to adjust this just a little bit to line it up on that. Then we're just going to take that and do an internal line with it. I'll set as internal line 35, say okay. Just going to put a cut on that. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Just to dupe that over like so. Let's line these up. Fill them together. All right, I have gravity on. You could tell by the way it fell down. So you're going to set kind of in there. And then we're just going to anchor. I'm going to do 4 panels on each leg. So we're going to start off kind of making these like shorts. And I've got 12 minutes, so we're not going to get too far. But we're going to do something. I'm going to hide this, and then we're going to use what I've got drawn on here. Uh, 3D Pen Avatar, there you are. So I'm going to bring you up through here. And then you come up to the middle. I'm going to do that again. I can't make mistakes when I'm doing this. It's really annoying. I keep accidentally hitting the wrong button. That's what happens. All right, so that's good. Then I'm going to just bring you around to the front of the leg. So we're going to run a seam right up through here. Then I want to run a seam we'll just keep coming around. We'll put a seam right up on the side. That totally snapped into the wrong spot. And then I want one that'll come up the back of the rumpus. Kind of through there. Then I'm going to want, can I just bring you through here? I'll bring you through there. And then I think I can probably connect like that. All right, let's see if I can make pattern pieces out of those. Which means this probably needs to be a little longer or something. I don't know. So let's do the flatten. Are you kidding me? I don't like that line. What the? It's like I can't do anything with a stupid flatten because it's got a part that it doesn't like. How do I fix you? Let's try the edit. No, not that edit. Edit 3D pen avatar. There we go. Add a point. Does that help any? Oh, come on. Well, it helped there. Let me see if we can add a couple more points in here. I don't know. Can I get another point in here, maybe? Oh, he really doesn't like that, does it? Oh, I've never had so much trouble with this. I swear to God, the flatness got me. Is it just because there's too big of a little air gap there? I don't know. Can I flatten that? That's not what I wanted. Let's try this again. There's an ad on Facebook for TikTok with rocket jets. Okay, now what's your problem? Oops, I hit the stupid wrong thing again. You know, the segment keeps getting smaller and smaller, doesn't it? You know, it's just the. I don't know. Can I save this and use another version? Let's try that. File, save as project. Let's put you there. Before I call it a night, I'm going to try to see if I can get this open in another version. And then I'll wrestle with it there. So we're going back to a version from 2 years ago. And I've only got a few minutes, so we're going to try this real quick and then call it a night. Okay, file, open, project. I am totally in the wrong spot because that's just the way this program rolls. We are looking for CC Basics, and I just stuck you right over here. All right, let's see if we can flatten this stuff. Can I put you over to the side? And then... Got it. It's a hot mess, but it flattened it. It didn't do it the way it was supposed to. This flatten tool is not particularly good, but at least it did that. Oops. Okay, let's see if we can fix this. Because that whole thing... It just won't move those, will it? All right, let's see how we're doing here. It's still doing the whole thing. I think this is the best I'm going to get with these. Anyhow, I'm going to hit a save on here. And we're going to look for somebody to rate. What is it? It's Tuesday? July 21st, 2026. And with that... Oh, that's just horrible looking. I'm just going to... I'll just make patterns. Or something. I'll figure out something. Anyhow, let me hit save on this. I'm probably going to futz around with this a little bit more tonight. Also, I am getting the Psycho Clown close to being done. Where is it? That's probably going to be close to the main promo. I'm going to re-render it because I changed the red. Anyhow, that's nearly done. Hopefully I can get that submitted tomorrow. And then we can focus on the other stuff. Anyhow, thanks for being here, Ray. Good to see you. Here, I don't know if there's anybody here, but we can do the DJ Ray shout out. And with that, DJ Ray might be on, but let's see who else is on. And we'll find somebody to go hang out with. Probably Ray, but we'll see. So Infozar is on. We do Infozar on Saturday. Sally Quinn's still on. Supreme Doom's on. Plobby is on. Kraken Not Stirred. Taddy's doing Cyberpunk. Is DJ Ray on? Is DJ Ray on? That's the thing. Are you on, Ray? Are you listening? Is there anybody out there? There's DJ Ray. Let's go see DJ Ray. I'll just do that. There's only one viewer. That's probably me. So, anyhow, thank you all for being here. I will be back in 2 days, 7 p.m. I'm not sure what we'll be working on. We'll be working on one of these outfits that we've done in the last few days. I'm probably going to make a bit more progress on these pants that are giving me trouble right now and work that with the stand-up collar. And then there's also the denim skirt and vest outfit. We'll probably work denim skirt and vest. That's the tentative plan. So anyhow, let's do this. Let's get this raid on the road. Hey, if there's anybody on YouTube, like and subscribe. That would be awesome. If you're on Twitch, feel free to join the raid. This is the I am not a subscriber raid call. This is the I am a subscriber raid call. Feel free to buy my stuff at Daz, somewhere over there. Also feel free, if you haven't already, to join the Discord. If you put stuff in the art gallery on Saturdays, we have a Saturday night social, and we share stuff that's been placed in the gallery the previous week. Anyhow, thank you all for being here. And with that, let's get this raid started. /raid DJ underscore Ray underscore Partey. Control C, Control V, hit enter. And thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. And happy National Junk Food Day. Hasta la vista, baby.